Hello, everyone. Today, we will dive deep into the topic of Japanese politics and analyze why it isn't functioning as effectively as it could be. This issue is not only relevant within Japan but also draws international attention. Let's first take a look at the current state of Japan's political system. Japanese politics is known for its slow decision-making process, and this has several reasons behind it. One key factor is the bureaucratic system. Policy decisions often rely heavily on bureaucrats, leaving little room for quick action by elected politicians. This can be a serious problem, especially when Japan needs to respond to economic crises, natural disasters, or international emergencies quickly. The slow pace of decision-making hampers Japan's ability to act swiftly in critical situations. In Japan, bureaucrats play a central role in policymaking, often making the decisions that should ideally come from elected politicians. While this system can be efficient in some ways, it leads to a lack of political leadership. Politicians are often not as accountable to the public, and this weakens the trust citizens have in their government. The inability of politicians to take the lead in making important decisions is one of the key reasons Japan's political system struggles to reform. Another issue is the lack of true competition between political parties. Many parties prioritize factionalism and vested interests over genuine ideological debates. This reduces the quality of policy discussions and results in stagnation. During elections, political parties often make grand promises, but there's little competition to actually deliver on them. This lack of rivalry undermines the democratic process and hinders the country's ability to tackle pressing issues. Japan's electoral system, particularly the single-member district system, tends to prioritize local interests over national policy. This often leads to policies that favor specific constituencies or special interest groups, making it difficult to implement long-term reforms. Issues like Social Security and tax reform, which require a national approach, are often derailed by local interests. As a result, Japan's political system struggles to focus on the broader picture and long-term policy goals. There's also the issue of public apathy toward politics. The gap between politicians and voters is wide, and political activities tend to be limited to an elite few. This lack of engagement from the public means that many voters are disinterested in politics, leading to lower voter turnout during elections. This disconnect makes it easier for politicians to ignore the needs of the citizens, ultimately preventing meaningful change. The lack of a more active political culture is a major roadblock to improving Japan's political system. Japan's long-standing conservative culture also presents a significant barrier to political reform. New ideas and policies often face strong resistance, as the country values tradition and stability. This conservative mindset makes it difficult to implement necessary reforms quickly and effectively. The reluctance to embrace change and the deep-rooted nature of traditional systems slow down progress and prevent Japan from adapting to new challenges. With Japan's aging population and declining birth rate, the country's social security system is under significant strain. The government faces tight budgetary constraints, which make it difficult to make necessary investments in areas like infrastructure, education, and innovation. This financial pressure hampers the government's ability to implement long-term economic policies that could help revitalizing Japan's economy and political system. The problems facing Japan's political system are complex and multifaceted. However, the key to overcoming them lies in fostering a sense of urgency, ensuring that political leaders take responsibility for their decisions, and encouraging greater public participation. Japan has a lot of potential, but it must reform its political system to match the challenges of the 21st century. By embracing new ideas and moving away from entrenched interests, Japan can build a more effective and responsive government that better serves its citizens.